Buenos días, Panteras de Paxson. Hoy es lunes el 30 de abril. Esta semana vamos a celebrar la Semana Latina. This week we're going to celebrate Latin Week, which means we are going to look at a bunch of facts and statistics and cool things about Spanish this week during morning messages. At the end of this week, the fifth grade is going to be putting on a concert performance with Latin music and Latin culture, celebrating the year and for some, the many years they have spent learning the Spanish language. So as we do that, throughout this week, I'm going to give you a few things you might not know about Spanish. And the first one is this, that Spanish is the most dominant language in the West. So when I say the West, I mean the Western Hemisphere. If you don't know what that is, maybe ask your teachers what the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. The most common language in the world, commonly spoken language in the world, is Chinese, but number 2 is Spanish. And then did you also know that the country where Spanish is spoken the most amount of people speak Spanish, the number 1 country for that is Mexico. But I bet you might not guess what the number 2 country in the world. So let me set this up again. What country in the world has the second most Spanish speakers? People speaking to each other in Spanish at home, on the street, in school, at their workplace. Turn to a partner and tell me what your guess is. Mexico's number 1. What would be number 2? If your guess was Argentina, you would be wrong. If your guess was Venezuela, you would be wrong. If your guess was Nicaragua, you'd be wrong. If your guess was Chile or Peru, you'd be wrong. Because the correct answer, if your guess was Spain, you would be wrong. The correct answer is America. America has the second most Spanish speakers in the whole world, and that includes the whole Spanish-speaking world, which has about a quarter of the population of the world speaks Spanish, and America is right at the top of that. So that is why we spend so much time learning Spanish, because language opens doors. Language means that we can have communication with people not only all over the world, but right here in our cities, right here in our towns, when we visit people, when you go to other places within the United States. So that's what we're going to be exploring and celebrating this week during Semana Latina. Tenga un buen día, Panteras de Paxson. Have a great day.